Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Print Storage here. This is our 2023 Subaru Crosstrek Sport in the crystal white pearl. So, how can you tell it's a sport aesthetically? First thing, LED steering responsive headlights. So these headlights do swivel. The left one swivels left when you turn left, the right one swivels right when you turn right. LED fog lights. What we've done to this, we've done paint protection film for the new owner. So the entire front painted portion of the bumper leading up the hood. It's really hard to actually see the line, but it's right there. Matches on the fenders. And of course, we did do up here as well for them. It is really hard to see on the white, which is nice. I mean, white hides dirt, scratches really well, also hides paint film really well, but we go all the way up to here. So this area of the previous car tended to get a lot of rock chips, so we did that. Tilt and slides sunroof in the Sport, first trim level where you get that. You get the 17-inch alloy wheels, the black with the gun or with the machined alloy fake bead locks. And of course, no difference in size. Normally, you'd get backup sensors in the rear bumper of the Crosstrek in a Sport, but I'll show you why you don't in this one. Way more storage in the back of this Crosstrek than you would normally expect. Lots of people are shocked by how much room you have. Privacy cover standard equipment hides everything from the top of the seats down. And it is a telescopic piece to remove. You just grab and slide and you can remove it. Got a halogen cargo light. You can leave it turned off or it's set to the door. When it opens, it turns on. We've got grocery bag hooks and you've got hooks down below so you can actually put a cargo net between all four of them. That's an accessory that Subaru does offer. Now, if you need more storage, these seats do fold down virtually flat, a little bit of an angle, but both sides do. You can have just the 60 side down or just the 40 side down or both. Oh, in the second row, I guess it would help if I actually unlocked it. Great passenger room, great headroom, great leg room. Taller people fit in the second row very, very comfortably. You got the Sport cloth in the Sport, so it's a little bit more textured than the Sport or than the touring and convenience cloths that you would get. Orange contrast stitching. If there's only one or two passengers, you do get a fold down armrest with cup holders. On the back of the passenger seat, you do have a storage pocket, bottle holders in the backs of both doors. And of course, being a proximity key, you've got those lines right there. Key has to be within 46 inches. Locks it, just wait a second, and it unlocks. All because the key's close. Power windows, locks, mirrors, window lock, more orange contrast stitching, faux carbon fiber trim. That is in the second row as well, and it does continue throughout the cab. The Sport is the first trim level where you get the power driver seat. It's the same cloth material as the back, but your headrests are adjustable. Lots of people don't know that, and I see lots of people come in and they say, oh, I hate my headrest, it's the worst. Can you do anything about it? Simple as that. Pull down. On the inside, by the driver's left knee, you end up with your steering responsive headlight button. You can deactivate that if you want. You've got the scroll wheel for the brightness of your gauges, traction control, and your blind spot detection, which I'll show you here in a second. Foot's on the brake. The orange light, that's your blind spot detection. So it illuminates like so when someone's in your blind spot on the corresponding side. Not a replacement for shoulder checking, but it is a really, really nice aid. Let me turn that back on. So steering wheel, telescopic and tilt, so you can adjust it for drivers of varying arm lengths and heights. I just had to move into the shade because I was getting a little bit of sun glare. The steering wheel looks very, very busy, but it's not that bad once you know what the buttons do. Left-hand side, Bluetooth and audio controls, make and take calls, hang up, decline, volume for calls, switch between presets, switch from AM, FM, CD. Yes, we still offer a CD player. Info screen will change that screen up there, which I'll show you. These arrows right here will cycle through this little center display. Gives you a bunch of different information depending what you want to look at. Most people prefer the digital speedometer. Heated steering wheel, which doesn't heat between the seam, but heats there, jumps, heats there. Kind of where you're supposed to keep your hands. Then we have cruise control, Normally we would have the adaptive distance change right there, but I'll show you why you don't have that either. It's a 6-speed manual. Yes. So this is rare. We don't get a whole bunch of these in, but 6-speed manual transmission. To go to reverse, we've got the collar. Put it reverse. Backup camera automatically pops up. Normally you'd have backup sensors and automatic emergency braking. You don't get that in the manual. So that's why there's no backup sensors in that. So you can get the 6-speed manual in the Sport here in Canada. Up top here, little information screen you can change through with the info button on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. Gives you different information depending what you want to look at. I personally like the water temp, oil temp one myself. Climate control also displays up there. 18's on the low side, all the way up to 32. Freezing to tropical, depending how you and your passengers like it. I'm gonna put it back down there. Fan strength shows where your airflow is being directed. And it displays up there because then you don't have to look all the way down. When you're making adjustments, you just reach, but you can see it right there. 8-inch touchscreen. You've got access to the My Subaru app, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You saw before, it's the backup camera, change your settings, radio, media for Bluetooth and CD. There are physical buttons down here, even though it is touchscreen. Climate controls are adjusted from here. You've got temperature, fan strength, direction of airflow, turns on your heated mirrors, back window, and wiper area of the front windshield. Now we've got AC and max AC. AC moves moisture around so you don't fog up. Max AC is the cold stuff that everyone associates air conditioning with. Below that, little storage cubby, we've got 2 USB ports, we've got an aux for music, and we have a 12-volt back there. And then this is rubberized, designed for device storage so you don't slide your device around. Hopefully it maintains the same position. Again, 6-speed manual transmission. It's really hard to find a manual transmission all-wheel drive vehicle anymore. I think there's 6 of them that are made for North America, and Subaru has 3 of them. Heated seats, high and low for the driver and passenger, with the cloth heats up super quickly. Cup holders, in the armrest, you've got a 12-volt outlet for charging needs. There are also 2 USBs in there for charging, and you've got a place for running your cords out so you don't crush them. Very, very handy. Up top here, we have SOS, which is part of the My Subaru connected services you get with most new Subarus, and roadside. And you can see the green is enabled, so the system's enabled. Customer does own this vehicle. It's registered. They just haven't picked it up. They had to get a couple things done. Sunroof controls, and then, of course, your map lights. But it is a tilt and slide sunroof. It's great. And then we'll see if you guys can see this. LED headlights. So I'll show you guys what those look like here. I'll just back up. Put her in neutral. And in the shade, you can actually, I can. Maybe you can't, but you can see the line right there. But yeah, the paint film's gonna protect the vehicle a lot. But yeah, LED steering responsive headlights, they're great. Don't worry, these C channels that are flickering in the video, they don't actually do that in life. But so that's a quick look at the 2023 Subaru Crosstrek Sport with a manual transmission. I'm Tyson, the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George. If you guys have any questions about this vehicle or any of the vehicles in our lineup, any of the technology or anything that you saw in this video, please put it in the comment section below. I do like to answer all of those. And if there's something you want to see closer up, I'm more than happy to make a video of that. So let me know. We'll talk to you guys soon.